Hello, my friends. Mexico is known as a land of vibrant culture and rich history. Besides this, the country's agriculture is also a notable point. Mexico's agricultural landscape is diverse, with a wide variety of crops, livestock, and farming methods honed over centuries. In today's video, we can learn how Mexican farmers use 79.3 million acres of agricultural land. Cultivation is the most important aspect of Mexican agriculture, accounting for 53% of agricultural output. When it comes to farming, we cannot ignore blue agave. This is a potential crop favored by Mexican farmers. Blue agave is produced mainly in 5 states of Mexico: Guanajuato, Jalisco, Michoacán, Nayarit, and Oaxaca. In particular, Jalisco and Oaxaca are considered the 2 main blue agave production areas in the world. Currently, we are at a blue agave field on a farm in Michoacán. Blue agave plants take 8 to 10 years to mature, and when they reach a weight of about 80 to 200 pounds, they are ready for harvest. According to Mexico's National Tequila Industry Chamber, there are more than 150 million mature blue agave plants that have been harvested in 2022, with a total production of more than 1.77 million tons. Skilled farmers use sharp tools to remove these leaves, then the blue agave is plucked from the ground. After harvest, blue agave plants are transported to processing facilities. Here they undergo a cooking process, converting starch into sugar, which is then extracted and fermented to produce alcohol. Each year, about 420,000 cases of blue agave wine are sent to more than 47 countries around the world. In addition to blue agave production, Mexico is also a major contributor to the world's avocado volume. Thanks to its climate and fertile soil, the avocado season in Mexico lasts almost all year round and is grown mainly in Michoacán, Jalisco, Colima, Nayarit, and Chiapas. Of these, Michoacán accounts for 92% of the country's avocado production. With more than 274,000 acres planted, Michoacán is considered a hub for Mexican avocado exports to the US. This is also the only place in the world where avocados can bloom 365 days a year. After Michoacán, Jalisco ranks second with about 68,750 acres. Here, avocado gardens are gradually spreading and dominating the landscape. According to data from FAO-STAT, global avocado production increased to nearly 8.7 million tons in 2022, of which Mexico accounted for 2.4 million tons, and the majority of Mexican avocados were exported to the US. Located in the heart of the volcanic belt, with more than 100 volcanoes, these avocado trees grow strongly and produce high yields. Strict quality control is applied throughout the avocado's development process. Farmers use poles like this to pick avocados directly from the tree to avoid bruising the fruit. Farmers at this avocado garden shared that once an avocado touches the ground, it will not be exported. Upon arrival at the packaging plant, the avocados are washed and pass quality tests. These farmers then quickly pack them into 55-pound boxes. In just 48 hours, fresh avocados will be on supermarket shelves in the area. Besides avocado production, Mexico is also in the top 10 largest corn-producing countries in the world, contributing to ensure an abundant and continuous supply for the demand of this food crop. Corn is grown in most states in Mexico. Notably, Sinaloa produces crops according to the fall-winter cycle, and Jalisco produces crops according to the spring-summer cycle. These two states are responsible for producing 1/3 of Mexico's corn. Corn thrives in temperatures between 21 and 27 degrees during the summer months. It takes about 3 to 4 months for corn to mature and be ready to harvest. Corn is harvested in dry weather to avoid mold, and most Mexican farmers will harvest by hand like this. Large-scale cornfields in Sonora are entering harvest time. Farmers will use machines to harvest and save time, as well as improving productivity. Besides this, Sonora is also a state with a long growing season and cool temperatures that allow farmers to produce better quality corn crops. Besides lush corn fields, Mexico is also known to more than 12.9 million horses. Let's see how the horses live in this country. If poultry is raised mainly for eggs, cattle is raised mainly for meat, then horses are raised mainly to replace labor. Mexican farmers use horses in agriculture, construction, mining, tourism, and transportation activities. Mexican farmers' attachment to horses is extremely strong. This is because they are an extremely important part of their livelihood. Their working day will begin with preparations like this. The trailer's hitch is attached to the horse's body. Relying on horse traction, Mexican farmers save capital invested in machinery and labor. In the agricultural sector, horses will assist farmers in transporting agricultural products. They replace tractors to cut grass, till soil, plant, and haul wood. After work, these horses are brought back to the barn for care. As you can see, their main meals are usually straw and hay. Besides being used as draft power, each year thousands of horses are transported to slaughterhouses in Mexico for meat production. In recent years, Mexico has been one of the most important horse meat suppliers in the world. Mexico's horse meat exports were worth about $1.98 million in 2022. Profit from livestock farming is always the goal that farmers aim for. Not only in the horse industry, beef cattle farmers in Mexico are also no exception. In recent years, Mexican beef production has continued to grow, and total domestic consumption has remained relatively stable. This has led to increasing beef exports from Mexico. According to the USDA, in 2023, Mexico is in the top 10 largest beef cattle exporting countries in the world, with an annual output of about 8.5 million cows. Beef cattle grow in extensive grazing systems, occupying a large and highly valuable territory of Mexico. At the end of the pasture fattening period, these beef cows are taken to the slaughter plant. Here they are killed, cleaned, cut, preserved, and packaged. Finally, finished beef will appear on the shelves of supermarkets in the area. The same goes for agricultural commodities like horse meat or butter. The US is the largest consumer of Mexican beef exports, accounting for more than 80% of beef exports. In contrast, the beef cattle industry in Mexico also contributes a very important part to the US consumer market. It acts as a supplier, contributing to diversifying product sources to help customers have more choices. According to statistics, the US Department of Agriculture said that Mexico's beef cattle exports to the US market will reach 22% by 2023, up to 1.1 million cattle.